This episode is brought to you by the Boneyard Huskies Club. The Boneyard Huskies Club empowers UConn student athletes while providing UConn fans with access to exclusive community, utility, and rewards. The Boneyard Huskies Club is excited to announce Locker Mania. If the UConn men's basketball team wins the NCAA championship, fans who purchase a Boneyard Huskies Club men's basketball 2022-2023 season collectible will automatically receive full credit back for each purchase, and the athletes will still receive the full revenue from sales of their collectibles. For more information, go to boneyardhuskiesclub.com. That's Huskies with a YZ at the end. boneyardhuskiesclub.com. All right, so if you're listening to this, you're probably going to want to hop on YouTube to see the video of this, because we're joined right now by Alex Karaban. He's got the piece of the net. He's got the hat. He's got the shirt, as you should. That shouldn't be coming off till next Saturday when you got to get dressed, right?
Exactly. I don't think it'll be coming off anytime soon.
So let's start with this. The last time we spoke, we were getting ready for Iona, so a lot's happened since then. So take me through what has this tournament run been like for you so far, up to this point?
Yeah, I mean, it's special. It's really a dream come true. I mean, to think that in my first year of college basketball, I'd be playing in the Final Four, I would just be in shock and like I wouldn't believe you. But for now that it's actually happening, I'm still speechless by it. I think this morning it really hit me that we are in the Final Four, and it's just everything I've dreamed of as a little kid.
I think there was a lot of talk going into this tournament about like how coach was trying to keep you guys loose, kind of keep that mindset heading into that. Is that something that's just persisted throughout this entire tournament of just kind of going into this loose and feeling comfortable?
Yeah, I definitely say so. I think we definitely saw Coach a lot more free and a lot more enjoying the moment, and he really uh laid that down for us to be like enjoy March Madness. So it's only 64 of the best teams in the country. We made it super hard to make it. Enjoy every day, enjoy every game by game. And I think we've really followed that, just focusing every day, one day at a time, get better every day. And just focusing better on whatever team we play and their personnel, their scout, just being locked in on that. And then when we hit the game, just play as hard as we can and then move on to the next day. So just really taking it day by day, enjoying the process, and it's once in a lifetime tournament. It's the hardest tournament to play in, so we have to do it like that, and it's really been paying off.
Was there any added pressure going into it, seeing on like Selection Sunday when you got guys like Jay Billis and some of the ESPN crew there picking you guys to go far, and knowing that there's some noise out there that people think that you guys were a team that could make a run here?
I wouldn't say it was added pressure. I think we all knew we were capable of doing that, so we had that belief inside of us and that confidence inside of us that we were able to reach the Final Four. So I wouldn't say it was added pressure. I think we just were more focused on Iona at that time and really trying to make it out the first round, and we kind of felt the more pressure on winning the first round than really making it to the Final Four.
Yeah, so take us through. It seems like after that first half of the Iona game, you guys just like kind of like blasted off here, and it's just been like no one should be in the way of you guys. So what was it like at halftime of that game? I mean, you guys only down a bucket there, but was there some added pressure? Like, hey, we know we're capable of a run. We feel like we can, but we just got to turn things around here at this point.
Yeah, I'll definitely say we were talking to each other that like we are capable of that run, and we just communicated with each other on simple mistakes that we made because we felt like during that first half we gave Iona a lot of easy points, and we weren't playing defense to our level. So we really stayed calm in that locker room. We stayed confident, and we kept saying we did not play well at all, and we're down two. So we just continue to instill that confidence in one another.
What was it like getting to play in Albany there in front of a pretty pro UConn crowd? I'd say I was there for the St. Mary's game, so I know that one was pretty one-sided there. But how did it feel from your perspective?
It was amazing. It felt like a home. It felt like a home game, and that's just an advantage, especially in this big of a tournament. So, having the UConn fans by your side, having them explode when we go on that run, having them just cheer for every basket, it's something special, and it definitely helped us. It helped us get through wins, and always having UConn Nation by your side, it's always a blessing.
So take me through what was it like then getting to go out to Vegas? Because I think if there's one place that's the complete opposite of Albany, it's Las Vegas.
Yeah, it was the literally the complete opposite of what happened in Albany. I think the against Arkansas, it was a road game. I mean, it was damn near all Arkansas fans, all red and white you saw in the stand. So that was a road game. And then, of course, yesterday against Gonzaga, that was another road game just because we're in their territory in the West region. So it was completely different. There were still UConn fans. They were so loud. They're so passionate. But it was we felt like St. Mary's in Albany. Like we just felt
Yeah.
we were in that type of environment.
It seemed like I saw through social media you guys got to go do some like UFC tours and stuff like that. So what's it been like in being able to take in some of the experiences outside of just playing in the tournament?
Oh, I'm so happy we did that. I mean, if we travel to different cities, I've always wanted to explore and just kind of see what each city offers. And I didn't even know that the UFC thing was in Vegas. And I know Coach Hurley, Andrew Hurley, Adama, they're huge fans of UFC. So it was cool to see them all excited and stuff. I have no idea. I've never watched UFC, but
Yeah, I'm the
it,
same.
it was still cool to see like all these fighters, how they train, the facility. It was like a little mini campus, and just to see that and even learn from those experience and those great UFC fighters that it was something. It was really cool.
Looking back at that Arkansas game, what was the plan going into it, knowing how, I feel like there are a few teams in this country that can really match up with the athleticism that you guys have. And Arkansas is one of those teams. They've got a couple guys who are going to be lottery picks, a couple other guys who will be, later draft picks. So what was it like going up against a team like that and really being able to pull away from them?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, they had the talent, and we felt like that was one of the few teams that could match up with the talent that we had from their freshmen to Ricky Council to Devo Davis. They had tremendous players. So we knew it would be a tough game, and they pressure you, they get up into you, and they're super well coached. So it wasn't a team that we were going to take lightly, and we just had to really focus in on the personnel of the players. We had to focus on what each player liked to do, and more of like a team effort defensively on how to stop them and in a sense protect the paint against them.
Were you one of the guys who wanted to see Coach rip his shirt off like Eric Musselman does after that one? I saw the clip of Bill Murray trying to tell him to take it off, but
I saw that clip too, but oh, I was happy he kept his shirt on as a player.
now looking at the game against Gonzaga, I mean, obviously everyone knows Gonzaga is really, powerhouse out on the West Coast. You were playing in Vegas, which is pretty much their version of MSG
Yeah.
for UConn. How did it feel, especially from your perspective? I mean, you got the first points of that game. Did that feel pretty good to get that first bucket there and kind of, calm the nerves a little bit?
No, yeah, definitely did. I think there was a little bit of added nerves just because we're one game away from the Final Four and like everyone wants it so badly. So there were a little bit nerves for me in the beginning of the game, but that basket definitely helped me. It helped me. It's always nice to see the ball go through the hoop and early in the beginning of the game to get my confidence going. So yeah, that was something nice, especially against a team that's at the level Gonzaga is. So it was definitely cool for me.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at Gonzaga, I mean, I think they might be ranked in KenPom as the number one offense in the country. What were the keys to slowing that offense down and really kind of grinding them to a halt there?
Yeah, it was a team effort for sure, but even going back early in their season, they're similar offensively to Xavier. I mean, they're different players
Yeah.
and stuff, but the motion stuff that they run and like the concepts that they run were similar to Xavier. So we felt prepared in a sense, just having gone through the Xavier team twice, and we kind of knew what to expect from Gonzaga. So
Yeah.
those two games definitely really helped us, but. I think it was a team effort. I mean, everyone knows about Drew Timme. He's one of the best college
Yep.
basketball players. So we really focus in on trying to slow him down and then trying to contain their shooters as well, running them off the 3 point line and trying to make their life a lot harder than what they may have played before. So just trying to make every touch for them difficult, trying to make every basket for them difficult as well.
When you saw you guys were going to play Gonzaga, did you catch the end to get to watch that Gonzaga UCLA game and kind of see those two teams and kind of get a little bit of an early look there?
Yeah, so I got back to my room kind of near like the start of the second half, so I kind of seen UCLA go up 13. So I thought the game was about to be over and like UCLA would kind of maintain that
Yeah.
lead. So I take a shower, I went to start eating, I started doing recovery, and all of a sudden I see on my phone like Gonzaga's down 4-2. I was like, whoa. So I went back to my room, I turned it on, and then that game was the definition of March Madness. I mean, you had Amari Bailey make that three to take the lead, and then Julian Strawther making that three from the logo, which I was like,
Yeah.
whoa, he really took that shot. And then he made it. He's a great player. So, yeah, that game was what March Madness is all about.
All right, so I want to talk about two plays in particular. So we'll start with this first one, which is from the Arkansas game. I'm guessing you're going to know which one, where you throw that kind of home run pass to Andre. Andre lobs it up to Donovan. Take us through what you saw there, because I mean, I don't think the ball touched the ground that whole play.
No, it didn't. And when we start playing fast, I think we're most effective in the transition game. So I got the rebound, and I usually like to outlet it quickly to a guard. But I seen Andre run down. I was like, no one's catching up with him. And then I also seen it was Nick Smith. His back was turned to the ball, so he couldn't see where I was going to throw it. So I knew I could just throw it up to Andre, and he'd run to it, jump to it, whatever. He'll catch it. So I just threw it to Andres. I trust in him, and then he made the great alley oop to Donovan, who ran the court very well. So I didn't even know he
Yeah.
was all the way up there too. So that was credit to DC too.
Yeah, see if you hear from Coach Mora after that one. Then we got to go to the one. I mean, we've talked about it in the past. You got a knack for those shots right at the end there. So we got the one last night against Gonzaga. Take me through that, because I mean, you might be a little too young to remember the Derek Jeter kind of like jump pass game where he kind of against Oakland, and everyone was making the connection to that, to Andre shoveling that pass out to you. Take me through that play there.
Yeah, so we wanted the last shot, and we had Dama roll to the basket. So I think Tristan tried hitting him, and then I think Andre just sprinted in there, cut there, somehow teleported to the ball or something. I mean, I'm so amazed how he got there. Then I'm still even amazed how he even saw me. He kind of just whipped it over to me in the perfect spot, and I had to shoot it. The clock was going down, and it was a great look. So I mean, Andre just doing his stellar things on the court that no one else could do. It's just something he could do.
I feel like we've all seen what Andre is capable of, but it seems like this tournament, he's really just put it all together, and he's just like performing at every level of the game. What's it been like being on the court with him and seeing him play at that level?
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, he went over that learning curve that he had in January when teams would play him soft. So now he's gotten a lot more comfortable with teams playing him soft, and he knows exactly what to do. And
Yeah.
when
I
he's
think
playing with
Gonzaga didn't learn that.
when he's playing with his energy and his passion, we really start rubbing it off on us, and we really want to play at the level that he's playing at. So he's the leader of this team. We go when he goes, and when he's putting up damn near a triple double every game. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no other player in the country that's more impactful than him. So he's a special player.
How about Adama in what he's been able to do? I mean, dominated in Albany, has had great games this weekend, and seems like he's done it all while not eating or drinking anything for Ramadan, which makes the thing all the more impressive. So, what's it been like seeing him out there?
But that's impressive. The Ramadan, having him go through Ramadan and then putting up those numbers is impressive. I mean, he wanted these moments so badly. I mean, he's worked extra hard this year. He's been working since the beginning of summer. So all this hard work for him is really paying off, and no one else really deserves it more than him. I mean, he cares so much about everyone. He'll joke around with everyone off the court. He has such a great personality, great leader by example, hard worker, like I said. And I'm not surprised that he's having those type of performances. I mean, if you saw what he did every day, he was built for
Yeah.
these moments.
Does he get a big like post game meal now once the sun had set over the weekend?
He eats so much after the sun sets. I mean, he'll have the post game meal. He'll get some food from a restaurant. He'll be up at like 4 a.m. making food or like ordering another place. I don't know how he does it. He doesn't even be getting sleep either during this too. So he's a machine.
Yeah. And I mean, I could go through the list of everyone in the contributions they've had, but Jordan as well. I mean, it seems like in these second halves in particular, he's really caught fire. And maybe when a team like Arkansas tried to make a little bit of a mini run, then he hit them with a couple threes, and it's like game over there. What I mean, what's it like just seeing him catch fire and do what he can do out there?
I become a super fan. I'm not gonna lie. Like seeing Jordan do the stuff he does, I've become a fanboy of his. I'm even impressed by the way he gets the shot off, how many shots he be making, and just the confidence that he has in himself just to keep firing and keep firing. And it just seems like you said, every time a team goes on a run, he has the kill shot that responds. And when he makes those shots, those two, one, two, three shots, you can kind of see in the opponent that they really start to get flustered by it, and it starts to deflate them a lot. So, I mean, he's another pro. He's another star. So, what he does is amazing out there.
How tricky does it get when you're up big in these tournament games to kind of keep the foot on the gas there and make sure you're not letting a team back into it? Is that tough to do out there?
Um, a little bit. I don't think so much for this team, just because we know the importance of this tournament and we know we don't want to have any regrets. We kind of
Yeah.
had a taste of having a big lead and blowing it against Providence, and
Yeah.
like we don't want to put ourselves in that situation again because that got way too close. So I think we just have the personality that you want to go out there and just continue to win, continue to play our style of basketball. Because when we play our identity, play that fast paced tempo in the transition game, playing our elite defense, it's fun for us. We love playing
Yeah.
that. We love seeing the energy on their team go up, and we don't want to change that even if we're up 30. So I think that just continues through everyone.
I'm going to take a quick break from the interview to tell you about my friends at Martin Rosol's Meats. This fourth generation Connecticut family business produces kielbasa, hot dogs, sausages, and deli meats using Martin Rosol's very own original recipes. Their products can be found in grocery stores, delis, restaurants, and hot dog stands throughout the state. And if you're looking for your fill right away, check out their retail store in New Britain. For more information, visit martinroselsinc.com and go support a UConn fan owned business. And now, back to the interview. When did it hit you last night when you're like, we're gonna win this game and go to the Final Four?
Whew. I think it was at the it started to hit me at like the 8 minute mark left in the second half. And then I think when coach called that timeout during media, the not the media timeout, like the last one under
Yeah.
four, and he started talking to us and he started like really hyping us up and like being like, we really got this, guys, and like he kind of like gave us our props and our salutes, and he was just ecstatic for everyone, and that was the best little timeout session that we had the entire year. Just everyone was yelling, screaming. It felt like a little premature early celebration that we had.
And well, that leads perfectly into what was the celebration like once the horn goes off, game's over, get to do the ladder, cut the nets, do all that fun stuff. So what was that like?
Speechless. I mean, we were all in disbelief. I mean, everyone was hugging everyone. We're just so happy, and just congratulating each other because everyone's worked so hard for this moment. I mean, from the coach and staff to the players. You got James stretching and taping us every day,
Yeah.
then Avin, the strength coach. So everyone deserved this moment, and we were just all super happy just because we've really no one really could have seen us make it this far to the Final Four after the month we had in January, and we just continued to believe in ourselves, and it was just something so special.
So now, we've got the celebration out of the way. You guys are in the Final Four, but the job obviously not done quite yet. Still hopefully got two more games there. what's this week like for you leading into knowing you're going to go play in a Final Four?
Yeah, I mean, I think we should just become hungrier than ever. I mean, we had a little taste of the Final Four celebration, and I'm just thinking to myself, if this Final Four celebration is this good, I can only imagine what the national championship celebration is going to be like. It's going to be 1,000 times, million times better. So that's definitely something I've been focusing on, just waiting to see who we play because we still don't really know who we play yet, even though the
Yeah.
game's on. And then just going back to work tomorrow, just starting to get our reps back in, start getting the scouting in, and just continue to do what we've been doing these past 2, 3 weeks.
What's it like trying to prep for these teams for that second game you play in the
Yeah,
weekend when you've only got, 24, 30 hours or what to prep for a team?
it's tough. I mean, these teams run great offenses. It's very tough. I mean, after the first game, we'll like shower, recover, and stuff, and then
Hmm.
right that same night we'll do film session on the personnel just to like introduce us to the players and stuff and like get us an idea on what they'll do, and then the following day we'll just pretty much spend the majority of the day just going through their actions, continue to talk about what they like to do, what they don't like to do, and it's definitely a lot. It's a lot of mental reps. It's more mental than physical during those in between days. So, I mean, they pay off, and they're pretty much the reason why we could be winning.
All right, we got some fun ones here to start to wrap us up a little bit. Do you hear any of the chatter afterwards when you get to hear like Charles Barkley talk about you and stuff like that? Have you gotten to hear any of that?
I personally haven't, but my friends have been telling me like Charles Barkley said your last name. I'm like, whoa, really? He knows my last name, so I
Hey, and
haven't
even better, he was able to pronounce it right.
really.
Yeah.
Good. All right.
Someone's got to teach him how to say Sonogo, but that's another story.
Wow. Yeah. You should his last name before mine.
um, One thing that was kind of funny that they brought up in the game yesterday was that when I guess when Coach Hurley had COVID, his wife got him into painting. Did you know he's become a painter a little bit? They showed this picture that he painted for Luke, and say it was interesting is probably a good choice of words there.
See, I did not know that, so now that makes so much more sense because I seen that picture and I was like, "What the hell?" I mean, I didn't know what that picture was, what that painting was, and you know, harsh criticism. He'll get better over time. I feel like so. Um, but I did not know he got into painting, and that it's a good start, but
Yeah.
it's improvement.
One thing that I know from a fan perspective probably drives people nuts during the NCAA tournament is the extended timeouts and halftime's a little bit longer. Gotta wait some more time. Is that noticeable to you guys out there on the court, knowing you've got a little extra time in these timeouts and all?
Yeah, the timeouts have been feeling a lot longer recently. I didn't even know the timeouts were longer, but the halftime, that 20-minute halftime be killing me sometimes. Just sitting there
Yeah.
waiting. And then yeah, it's just killer. But, you know, they gotta get their money. So
Speaking of money, as everyone's got to get their own, and obviously this podcast brought to us by the Boneyard Huskies Club. I know they've got a number of opportunities, so give everyone a plug for what you've got out there. So, if they want to support you, whether it's through the out of 200, they've got some one-on-one personal stuff. So, give it a quick plug.
yeah, support the Boneyards. I mean, support me. We do something one-on-one, little interaction, meet up, maybe hop on this podcast another time. So, continue to support us, support me, support this entire team, what we've been doing this entire year. And Boneyard, they're a great group. They're a great, hardworking group. And, it's a great collective to be a part of.
Oh, I've got to ask this because I think one of my favorite scenes after every game is getting to see someone smack the like sticker on the bracket. How's that determined who gets to do it and all that fun stuff?
Yeah, so we'll usually do it based on part of it is too some of our teammates don't want to do it because they're too selfless and they care about seeing other people shine. It's starting to annoy me. I'm not gonna lie. Like you played great, just go put it up there. But it's usually decided by like Coach Hurley will usually decide it. So this most recent one for Gonzaga was Tristan, just because we're going to Texas. He's from Texas,
Yeah,
so put a stamp onto where we're going next. And then the Arkansas one was Adama, just because he played. It was the first day of Ramadan, and he killed without
yeah,
eating, drinking, and I'm still in shock how he did that. And then you had Hawk, the stellar second half, then Andre, or another one. So it's really who's been playing well, or who's got something special meaning around that game.
yeah. I mean, I love that there's a photo from, I think it might have been the Albany, the St. Mary's one, where like Coach Hurley's like really into it. He's like holding up the sticker and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, always love seeing that. I'll wrap with this one. Coming into this year, your first year playing, did you think you'd be at a point where you're playing such a key role on a team and now having the opportunity to be in a Final Four and compete for a championship?
Yeah, I mean, at first, no, honestly, because you have the COVID years, so you're already competing
Yeah,
against a lot older players. You got the transfer portal, so I didn't really know how that worked going into college basketball. So those are definitely huge components when I decided to school, and UConn was the perfect fit and opportunity I believe I had to where I was able to show what I could do and prove myself and prove a role that I could have for this team. And throughout the summer, throughout the season. I think I've really done a great job of that. And I always knew what I was capable of just from my past experiences in basketball. So I wasn't surprised that I've reached this point and reached this role for the team. I just think it wouldn't have been such a big role this early and
yeah,
doing a more than well job of doing that. And that's just a huge credit to the coaching staff for the belief that they have in me and just the continuous hard work that I put in just because this is a dream come true. And I mean, Massachusetts, Connecticut, somewhat of a hometown school, but
yeah.
you know, kind of playing for home. So it means everything to me. And there's just no better place for me, I feel like.
I lied. I've got one more here as I was listening to you talk a little bit there. UConn fans, they've been through a lot. They've been through these highs of being in the Final Four, winning championships. But up until Coach Hurley came back, that there had been some darker years here where the team had struggled a bit. How does it feel for you to be part of this team that's really bringing UConn back? I know everyone was saying it in the post game
Yeah.
press conference how UConn's back. So, what's it like from your perspective to be a part of a team to bring UConn back to another Final Four and hopefully beyond?
It means everything to me. I mean, all those hard works that we put in as a team is just starting to pay off. And to be that team that flips the page and like turns the corner or like accelerates UConn back to where it was during the Calhoun days was something special. And to re-put UConn on the map, to bring it back to the national brand that it is, it's something that like I still can't believe that we did. And just to add ourselves to the UConn history now is something that can't be taken away from me, can't be taken away from our teammates, the coaching staff. And yeah, I mean it's just a unbelievable feeling. And I don't think it's hit me yet. I think it's gonna hit me after the
Yeah,
season to where we really like I mean, I also just want to give credit to like RJ, Tyrese, Isaiah, who else with last year. I learned
yeah,
a lot
for
from
sure.
and they really helped build the foundation up to where they built the foundation. I think they put us in the perfect place to where we could accelerate and take UConn up to that national level, which we've done. So it's been a whole bunch of people before us as well. So it's just a credit to the coach, to Coach Hurley and the coaching staff for what they've done rebuilding.
All right, I promise I'll let you go. But you mentioned Coach Calhoun's name, so I've got to ask. I think everyone loved the pep talk he gave that you guys before you headed out to Vegas. What was it like getting to hear from him? Really kind of the godfather of UConn basketball there, who's
Yeah,
been to these Final Fours, been to these championships, and has been through all this.
it's awesome to hear from him. I mean, we want to learn every day. We want to learn what it takes to win the national championship. And he's won 3 of them. So whatever he says, you got to listen if you want to do it. So, he shared an experience. He shared how capable of a team we are, how good of a team we can be, and that it's not easy. But as long as we stay together, have trust in one another, just stay in our identity, and just being that team that he knows that we're capable of, and then sharing his stories through his tournament runs too is something special to hear. And he built this place, so I have the utmost respect for him.
Absolutely. Well, Alex, I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for hopping on here. I know it's a really busy time, hectic week coming up, but best of luck down the stretch. I know everyone's cheering hard for you guys.
Yeah.
Enjoy Houston and enjoy the experience, and we'll talk afterwards. Hopefully, talking parades and all that fun stuff.
Woo! Let's do it. Thank you.